Hi and welcome to 13thlook.com. I'm Penny and I have a very special video for you today. As you know, life can get really busy. It's hard to eat healthy, it's hard to stay active. You know, sometimes I find healthy food, it's just not exciting. It lacks flavor and, you know, shortly after eating healthy, you tend to fall off that diet because it just doesn't taste good. It doesn't always have to be like that. And with that, I want to introduce to you a very special guest I have with me here today. He is a professional culinary chef based in Toronto who has recently won Chopped Canada, and he's also a bodybuilder. So let me introduce to you the six-pack chef, Wallace Wong. Hi Wallace, thanks for coming today.
Hey Penny, thanks for having me. Really excited to be on 13thlook.com today.
I heard you recently won Chopped Canada. Wow,
Yes.
How was that?
Yes, I did. It's an unbelievable experience. It's something that I'll always remember for the rest of my life.
So, as a bodybuilder, I hear you have to follow a very strict kind of eating regimen. Why is that?
Well, the main thing that a lot of people don't realize when they're trying to achieve a fitness goal is that it's mainly all about diet. And a lot of times people fall off their diet because there's this norm or this belief that diet food has to be plain and flavorful, and that's really one of the reasons why people can't succeed.
So, do you cook all of the food that you eat?
Absolutely. Well, not just because I enjoy cooking, but I do it for the fact that I know exactly what's going into my meals.
Yeah, but Wallace, you're a professional chef, so it comes easy to you. For someone like me who's just trying to get back into shape now and thinking about cooking and not knowing what to do, how am I gonna get some recipes?
Everyone knows that you can always find recipes online, but you can also go to my website, sixpackchef.com, where I post healthy and simple nutritious recipes that are also created from a professional chef's perspective.
Okay, cool. So that's definitely something I'll look into,
Yes,
but I hear
gotcha.
today there's a treat for us. You're gonna cook?
Yes, we're gonna do a little six-pack chef meets 13th look.
Awesome.
And I've created a recipe that's really summery in feeling. It involves some shrimp and some yogurt, spicy, a little cooling, so it's gonna be a good one.
Sounds delicious. Let's do it.
All right, to the kitchen.
Cool. Hey Wallace,
Hey Penny, oh, look at that jacket, looking sharp.
thank you. You're looking good yourself.
Thank you, thank you.
Looks like you're all set up. What are we going to make?
Yeah, so everything's here for what we're gonna do is a garlic and chili sauteed Sicilian shrimp.
Okay.
And that's gonna get served with a lemon caper dill yogurt.
Sounds delicious.
And it's easy to make. So one of the first things that we're gonna do is marinate our shrimp. Simply here we have 5 to 6 ounces of shrimp that have been deshelled, tails kept on just for appearance. And that's roughly about 10 to 12 shrimp.
Is that the equivalent of one serving?
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's one serving, salt, pepper, a little bit of olive oil, some chili powder, and then we're gonna microplane a little bit of garlic in there, so about half a clove. And then we're gonna actually zest some of this lemon zest into there to give it a little bit of acidity. Once that's done, then we can really just get going on preparing everything else for the sauce as well as for the shrimp.
Lots of flavors happening.
Capers, that we're just gonna do a quick rough chop on them
Okay.
so that they're just not so whole.
Okay.
Then we have our olives. These are manzanilla olives that are stuffed. We're simply just gonna cut those into rings.
Okay.
We have some dill. So these are called the fronds, the little parts that you can eat, super flavorful. So we'll pick some of these.
Okay.
That's gonna be for the sauce as well as for the garnish. And then while you do that, I'm gonna then cut some of the chili, as well as finally cutting some of the garlic.
Sounds good.
Perfect, let's get going.
So Wallace, after the sauce, what's next?
Next is cooking the shrimp. So we're gonna take a nonstick pan, put it to medium-high heat, and we're gonna put in a teaspoon to a tablespoon of olive oil. Once that's heated, we're gonna put in our shrimp and cook it on one side for a minute. And then after a minute, we're actually gonna flip it and cook the other side, adding in our rest of the ingredients. So our sliced chilies, our sliced olives, sliced garlic, and let that cook. Once that's all done, we're gonna deglaze the pan with a little bit of the lemon that we have left.
So what do you mean by deglaze?
Well, deglazing is really just using any sort of liquid, whether it's water, stock, wine, Today we're gonna use the lemon juice and really just getting all the little bits of flavor that are stuck to the bottom of the pan when you're cooking.
After we finish cooking the shrimp, what's next?
That's really all to it. All we have to do now is present and eat. So it's very simple. You can use a bowl or a plate, and you're gonna plate some of the sauce on the bottom. You're gonna then pile our shrimp on top.
Okay.
And you're gonna take some of the deglazing liquid from the pan, drizzle that on top of the shrimp, and lastly is just garnish with a little bit of leftover dill that we have, and we're ready to go. All right, so that's it, Penny. That's all we have. That's our finished dish. It is Sicilian garlic and chili sautéed shrimp with our lemon caper dill yogurt.
It looks amazing and it smells even better. And you know what? It was actually very easy to make.
Very easy, very simple, and really there's only one way to figure out how delicious it is. Let's give it a try.
Okay, well before we try this, I want to thank you for joining us today. What a pleasure it is to cook beside you and to make this fabulous dish. For this recipe, visit 13thlook.com. And for other recipes that are delicious and super healthy, visit Wallace at sixpackchef.com. Thanks.
All right, let's dig in.
This is so good.